Good morning, children. Today we are going to continue the chapter number 6, Human Resources. In the part 1, I had explained you about census. What do you mean by census? Collecting and cataloging information about people living in a country or a particular region of the country is known as census, and it has been done every 5 years. Why is it done? It is done with regard to necessities like food, water, housing facilities, industries, electricity, employment, education, etc. And it is important to have a census. Even the forest department keeps a record of the endangered animals. Then we discussed about the population. China stands first and India stands second in the world. Quantitative human population is also called human resource. The quality of human resource depends on education and intelligence. Skilled citizens like doctors, engineers, sportsmen, industrialists, farmers, etc. During the last century, especially in the last 5 decades, the rate of population growth is a cause of worry. In 2001, the population of India was 102.87 crores, and which has increased to 121.01 crores in 2011. Now, what were the reasons for population of growth? The first reason was immigration for trade, education, and setting abroad. The second main reason was lower death rate. Like 2 centuries ago, the rate of population growth was very less. Nutrition food is easily available, communicable diseases are under control, vaccines are available, pre and post disaster management has improved, and affected people are rehabilitated faster. So the death rate has decreased, and population growth rate has increased. Now, the third reason is increased life expectancy. First, it was about 40 to 41 years in 1920, and now which has been increased to 63 to 64 years. Birth rate has not decreased. The factors responsible to increase in the birth rate are illiteracy, superstitions, orthodox thinking, social customs. Now, when there is rise in population, there are many causes, which administrative problems are there, as well as problems of storage of food, water, houses, environmental pollution, conservation, employment, traffic, congestion, etc. Therefore, schemes and policies, etc., are made to deal with such problems. Today, we shall talk about density of population. The average number of people living in per square meter of area is known as population density of that area. Population density is associated with social, economic, and geographical condition. It is high in the fertile alluvial plains of rivers, deltas, industrial areas, etc. Population density is low in deserts, mountainous, and forest regions due to unfavorable conditions. Density of population is affected by various geographical factors like altitude, climate, weather, topography, types of crops, availability of water, minerals, energy sources, etc. Educational facilities, health and transport facilities, employment opportunities, urbanization, etc. also affect population density. Now the five main states that have maximum population of density are Bihar, West Bengal, Kerala, Uttar Pradesh and Haryana. The five districts of Gujarat that have higher density of population is Surat, Ahmedabad, Anand, Gandhinagar and Navsari. The five most highly populated districts of Gujarat are Ahmedabad, Surat, Vadodara, Rajkot and Banaskantha. The five least populated states and union territories are Lakshadweep Islands, Daman and Diu, Dadra and Nagar Haveli, Andaman and Nicobar Islands and Sikkim. Now let us see the birth rate. The number of deaths, the total live birth in 1 year per 1000 persons in a given area is known as birth rate. Indians have been exercising family planning for a quite number of years now. Therefore, the birth rate has consistently declining. However, in rural areas, family planning is much lesser due to lack of education, health facilities, poverty, unemployment, and ignorance about the means of birth control. So, the birth rate is still high in villages. Now, let us see about the death rate. The number of death rate in 1 year per 1000 person in a specific area is termed as death rate. Since whatever is born must die, death rate can never be zero. However, various researches, medical treatments, medicines, vaccines, control over diseases, new technology, etc. have brought down the death rate. Migration. When humans shift from one place to another for their livelihood or for their progress, it is known as migration. Rural population is attracted to urban areas for employment, education, business, etc. Currently, 62% of Gujarat's population resides in rural areas and 38% live in urban areas. Now we go to the age structure. The population of nation comprises of three age, that is children, that is from 0 to 14 years old, adults 15 to 59 years old, and senior citizens, those aged 60 years or above. According to 2001 census, 35 to 40% of population is below 18 years. 7 to 10% is senior citizen and the rest is adults. Japan has the highest proportion of senior citizen. Now we go to the sex ratio. Sex ratio can be defined as number of females or per 1000 males. And it has been reducing consistently since 1951. Now we go to literacy. An individual who is 6 years old or above who can read, write, understand any one language is said to be literate. The literacy rate that has been rising consistently in India. This is a positive sign for us. In 1901, the literacy rate in India was 5.35%, which has increased to 74.4% in 2011. It is highest in Kerala at 93.91%. In Gujarat, the literacy rate is 79.31%. Now let us see the occupational structure. Now this structure is divided into two groups. That is, one is earning population and second one is dependent population. Now due to rapid industrialization in India, the earning population is consistently increasing. Changes in population composition. Now why there are changes in the population composition? There are two types. One is quantitative change and second is qualitative change. Now what do you mean by quantitative change? Rise and fall in population count is known as quantitative change. And qualitative change? Now this change is observed in health, education, which indicated qualitative change. This change alters behavior, lifestyle, and living standards. Now, the main reason responsible for these changes are dedication, hard work, patriotism, enthusiasm, courage, etc. These factors bring about social, cultural changes. Religious groups. India is a secular nation. Hindus are majority by Muslims, followed by Muslims, Christians, then Sikhs, Buddhists, Jains, and Parsis. Linguistic groups. India is a country that is known for unity in diversity. Our constitution has recognized 22 languages. We have 22 languages in India. And main ones are Hindi and English, which are official languages. States have been formed on the basis of languages. Now we go to the health group. The health of a person can be defined as the physical, mental, emotional, social, economic, and spiritual well-being of a person. The best level of health helps in fostering the process of national development. National population policy. When human resources of a nation are educated, trained, healthy, and strong, they can foster development of that nation. Carefully planned use of natural resources builds the foundation for development of the nation. To keep pace with development, it is very important to have good quality human resource and eliminate factors that undermine this resource. Overpopulation is one of the biggest factors which hampers development. To ensure that population does not rise suddenly, to see that the resources are used properly and to see that the nation develops properly, our government has decided on national population policy. As part of the national population policy, various programs like nutritious food, pre and post natal care of mother and child, providing clean drinking water, school health programs, safe gardening, children's rights, etc., must reach the grassroots level. Each 5-year plan is made, keeping the national population policy in focus. And we too must resolve to contribute as committed and responsible citizen to progress of the nation. Healthy India, prosperous India. That country is prosperous whose citizens are mentally and physically prosperous. That is all for this chapter. Thank you.